The Rambam in Perek Gimel Halacha Daled begins, Halacha Bishat Ki Yeshev Rosh Hashanah Gzeres HaKosov, even though Ki Yeshev Rosh Hashanah is Gzeres HaKosov, there's a remesh yesh bo. There's something that's hidden in it that we can comprehend, meaning. And let's go to the Peirush. The Peirush at the bottom explains, the shofar arouses tshuva. When does this take place? When should a person get up in under the assessment made tshuva? And also when you say slichas. Dalet. It says it's Xeris HaKosov. It's not understandable. Why do you have to go shayva for? This is the din. And the Achronim explained that the posik says ki shayva is in Tilim. Tigu b'choy shayva bekez le'yom chagenu, even though it's not in the Torah itself. V'choyik, and when it says ki choyik li Yisrael hu, choyik means an edict, which we can't explain it. The Rambam says remez yesh boy. There's a reminiscence that's hidden. They were told to blow shofar on Rosh Hashanah. That's when it happens to awaken us. Uru uru, Yishena Mishnasam, get up from your sleep. In the Droshes Evan Shuiv, Rosh Hashanah explains in the name of Rambam, and the Ki Shofar is a remez to din, because time needs awakening, as it says in Amos. Will the shofar sound in the city? This used to be the alert to everybody that there was danger. Doesn't the people will not populace will not be frightened? In the drushes, right. And the Yerushalmi writes, we don't have it in front of us. That's also the Odom to go to sleep. Our Shana, as it says, how can a person sleep when they're discussing his judgment? How can a person sleep? They're judging him, and therefore it says wake up, awaken, meaning a person should not be sleeping when he's being judged. The Chipsu Ma'asechem, the Rambam continues, seek out your deeds. The Chozu b'tshuva, and repent. V'zichu beirachem, remember your Creator. Those who forget the truth because they're occupied as Shochem Emes behevli azman, with the waste of time. V'shoyim kol shnoson, and they make a mistake in the entire year. Behevel v'rik, in things that have no value. Asher yoyev v'yatzel, which do not assist nor do they save from any exadin. Hibitu l'nafshisechem, seek out your souls. Ve'tivu de'ochechem v'alechem, and better your ways and your pursuits. Every individual should leave his evil ways and his thoughts which are not good. As it says in the Posik, a person should leave the evil of his ways and Yoshev al Hashem will repent to Hashem, and Hashem will have mercy on him. HaKadosh Baruch Hu calls the Rosha that he should leave his evil ways. The Migdal always cites the Medrash in Vayikra, and the Posuk Tiku B'Chodesh Shofar, B'Chodesh, that's the month of Tishrei, and it's found in the word B'Chodesh. Chodesh has a concept of renewal. Shofar can be used also darshan shipru, from make yourself better, your deeds. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Yisrael, if you will make your deeds better in the 7th month, I will be like this shofar. Just as a shofar can have something put into it and you can take out of it, and the Radak says you put it in through a small hole and it comes out through a big hole, so too I stand up from Kisidin, from the seat of judgment, and sit on the seat of mercy, and I change the din judgment to Rachman. So we see that we learn the Posik, Shetki Sheva comes that a person should repent. These words of the Rambam, they are the source in Sivim Musaf Achsidus that tell us what to do on Rosh Hashanah and Tshuva. To understand the depth of what it is, the mitzvah is to blow shofar, comes to awaken every person to repent on his deeds. He should be Zecha and then Rosh Hashanah. This is one of the 10 reasons Chavsad Yagoin says for the mitzvah of Skiya Shofar, and the Abud Raham brings it down in Seder Tfilos Rosh Hashanah. We'll turn the page. The editor says that from this it would seem that in the Drasha of Bachodesh, you should renew your deeds. Shofar, you should better your actions. HaKadosh Baruch Hu says to Yisrael, if you better your deeds in the 7th month, I will be like a shofar. Shofar, as we said, takes it from one side and brings out from the other. When a king goes out or comes into a city, we find that you blow before him. And this was whenever Klal Yisrael went to the Midbar, they blew when they went and when they stopped. And by Kesser, we know that the Aleph and the Hey change. You can change, and therefore it's as if it was written by Kisei. And therefore, HaKadosh Baruch Hu stand. That's why we are the sources of by Kesser, from Kisei of Din to the Kisei of Rachman, and that way we change our Rosh Hashanah to be a Yom Chagenu, rather than being a day of judgment. We're happy because we get a merciful judgment on that day. This man of Isuris, when does one have to awaken himself? Rambam says, Lefikoch, since on Rosh Hashanah everyone's sins and merits are judged, therefore a person should make this right. Keep in mind the entire year, and every action that he does is as if he's half liable and half worthy. So too at that moment is when he has to make a decision to do a mitzvah. If Chas v'Shalom he does a sin, he tilted himself and the entire world to the side of punishment. And he caused for himself hashchosa, destruction. Vice versa, also mitzvah, and we did one mitzvah. He has caused himself and the entire world to be meritorious. And he caused for himself and for them salvation and savings. That's what it says in Mishli, Vitzadik Yisoid Olam. That the person from a tzaddik by himself, through his deeds, is doing well, and he causes the balance to be changed, is a chiyas kol olam b'yitziloi. So therefore we see why he's the foundation of the world, because as we learned earlier, that the reason that tzaddik has to be, even though he's going to be saved, but if he wants the world to have a certain betterment, a certain good parnosa, a certain good lifestyle, he has to cause the world to tilt in that direction. Kesef Mishnah cites the source of this in Kedushin 40b. Tanah Rabbanan, the Chacham learned, a person should always see himself as he's half liable and half meritorious. The Rambam writes that the reverse. If he did one mitzvah, happy is he because he has called the world to be tilted in the way of goodness. Woe to him, as it says, that one sin can cause many good things to go away. The individual sin should know it's not just yours, it encompasses the world. Rabbi Shimon says, since the world is judged according to the majority, and the individual is judged within the majority, therefore also mitzvah, we'll turn the page, he does a mitzvah. If he did one mitzvah, happy is he that he caused the entire world to be judged meritorious. If he did one avera, woe is to him that he caused the world to tilt in the side of death. It says v'choite echod, which shows of one sin or one sinner of the individual, he caused the whole world to be lost. And we'll stop here with the first section of Halacha Dalet.